Hi! Today on my sewing journey, I am working on a barbecue apron, which is right in time for the barbecue season, as well as makes a great Dad's Day gift if your dad's into barbecuing. This was a simple apron, the bib style one. It's not as hard as it may look. What you do to make the pattern is you take some scrap paper or a newspaper, and you make a square, and then you're going to want to round the square down a little bit for the arms. And if you use yourself as like a dressmaker's dummy, where you put the newspaper or the scrap paper across you can crease along the edges, or take a marker and make around the edges to make the outline for the shape of where your arms are. And if you take that off, you fold it in half, because I like to do everything on the fold. It makes it easier because both sides come out exactly the same. And use that as your pattern. Next you will cut that out of your fabric, and you make the length however long you want to make it. Now you have a couple decisions. If you want to make pockets on there, you would put them about the waist. That's a great place to hide the secret ingredients for what makes a barbecue taste great. I chose to make a steak. You could use a motif of a chicken or a motif of a vegetable, whatever your family likes to barbecue. And to make this, I did this out of felt. This was very simple. I cut out a sort of like a heart shape with a steak, and then I put a little bit of fat on it. It was just a little scrap. I sewed that on. Next I did the little bone in the steak, had that on, and then I sewed it onto here. And I did a little front stitching of the grill lines. I made two swirly little, I guess you'd call them the steam that comes out of the steak when it's cooked, out of felt. And the barbecue fork was just a circle with the triangles cut out and a long stem. Now here's one point I'd like to point out. This is optional. If you don't want to do the D-rings on there, you don't have to. You could just do it both sides like this. But if you're going to do the D-rings, you do a little tab or a little square of fabric. You fold it over and you put the rings on there, and then you sew it on, and then you have the D-rings. But that is totally optional. I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy sewing.